Welcome to the Horror Unmasked podcast,
where we unmask the monsters
and explore the lore.
I'm Amber.
And I'm Lily.
And today is our second part for our Halloween Horror Nights 32
review. Sort of.
Yep.
Yeah.
So officially we've gone to the event, experienced all the houses and the shows and stuff like that. So
literally yesterday.
Literally yesterday.
We did that.
Yeah. So we're literally recording less than 24 hours since we went.
Yes. So it's all fresh in our brains.
And fresh in our tired souls.
Oh my gosh. Like,
yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
You can't say that.
I feel that in my soul, trust me.
Oh my goodness.
It was a lot.
We got back to the hotel at about 2:45.
I just know that when we went to sleep, it was 3 something.
Yeah.
That is all my brain can remember.
The second we got back, we were out of the clothes, out of the makeup.
Yeah.
And just
so fast.
Ooh. That's just how you know it was eventful, though.
Yeah. Ugh. All right. So
I guess to start off.
Well, in general, so mass overview.
Yeah.
This is their 32nd year. It's HHN 32. Oddfellow is the icon. The taglines are never go alone and see you in the fog. Yeah. The event is through September to the first week of November.
September's over, though.
September's over now, so all you got is October and the first week of November.
4 days of November, yeah.
Yeah. So.
My overview, it was awesome.
It was a really good event. It was really... They stepped it up a notch with a lot of the makeup and a lot of the stuff. I'm going to say
one of the best since 2019. I will forever talk about 2019.
Yeah.
That was my favorite year ever, and nothing will ever top that, I think. However...
This was a really
It doesn't count because... We've established that my first official year at HHN doesn't really count because nothing will ever top that.
Yeah, your first experience will never. That's why the 30th anniversary for me is that was my first experience with Halloween Horror Nights, and it will always be my favorite.
Yeah.
But it's because it was your first experience, it doesn't count.
We're putting it on a pedestal
that's separate from experiences further.
Yes, exactly. So if besides my first year, I'd say that this is the best year.
Yeah, this was a really, really good year.
It was obviously a really big year because they had 4 main big titles.
IPs, yeah.
Stranger Things, The Last of Us, Exorcist, and
Chucky.
Then Chucky. So
yeah,
lots of big things.
Yeah.
That they had.
And I said, they really stepped it up with the special effects that they were doing.
Oh yeah.
Each of the houses felt big, when you're in the houses, they felt like they took up space. So I think they're getting better about making you feel constricted when they want you to, and then having the space feel massive.
For sure.
Yeah. And the scare zones were good too. Definitely. So I will okay, we'll start with scare zones since there's only a couple of them, and those are easy just to go through. So the very first one that we really got to experience that actually had the scare actors in them already was the Shipyard 32 Horror Unhinged. It was good.
I'd say my least favorite. The thing that topped it for me was Batgirl.
Yes.
Loved her. She was
Batty.
Iconic.
She was so cute.
Yeah, although there was a little twisty face guy who kept following me around.
Yes. You had a twisty face dude who just walked with us for a bit. We didn't even
I didn't even
realize
notice him, but that was the second time he had come up to me.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, hi.
That was
cute. That was
definitely.
Cute. But we didn't really go into it at night.
Yeah, we didn't go into it at night. So
maybe that would have made it better. But at the same time, we were able to see their faces more, and I kind of like that.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think my least favorite would have to be
the first one that
Dr. Oddfellow's collection of
that
horror.
one.
It felt lackluster
because it was just a conglomeration of all of the scare zones.
Yeah, I felt like there was a lot missing. Last year when they had the pumpkin stuff and all the candy, it felt like a zone. It felt like you were going through, there was a bunch of characters and there was all this decoration and it felt really involved. But this one, that one that you first walk through, it feels kind of empty.
Yeah.
It felt last minute.
It did. They didn't
even
really
though
know
he's
what to
the
do.
icon.
They didn't really know what to do, so they just threw someone from each zone there.
Exactly.
Which I get that it's like telling the story of how he got his immortality,
but I wish there was like more decorative stuff, more like, why wasn't there more circus stuff? Why wasn't there more like, I don't know, even if there were pieces of set pieces from the different zones in that area, like as cool if as well. He himself brought them all there, and it was part of his collection, because it's literally collection of horror. It's his oddities. It's so
I don't know why they didn't have maybe like,
because there was like the only decoration was like his set piece. That he was
so why didn't they have more like jungle stuff or more shipwreck stuff, or even like
even if some shipping crates, some you know, like a hippie thing, and then a fucking like just a little bit from
the boxes
each of them
that they had from the
yes this is our brain right
brain
now.
fry. One of the boxes from what's the one scare zone with all the zodiacs,
like one of those things,
one of those like boxes that they had that had all the really interesting like knickknacks and things.
Exactly. Like there could have just been, I feel like there was a lot of missing decor, and at first you didn't even realize. It felt like actors that were just trying to get from one place to another instead of like an actual zone.
There was one like vampire there that I just thought she had a cute outfit on, and then she turned and she had blood, and I was like, oh.
And then I was like, there's a character from each scare zone in his little section, and I was like, you know.
Yeah. Are you crying?
No.
Oh.
And my eyes just watering because of makeup. It always happens with me. The most, I will say. So if I would put them in order, because there was only 4 of them, I would have Oddfellow as the bottom.
I thought there was 5. There's 5, because the Oddfellows, and then there's always 5.
Oddfellows, Zodiac, Jungle, Vampire, Shipyard. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So I would definitely put Oddfellows at the bottom.
Bottom
it was tier, not that great.
Bottom tier. Shipyard for me is the one right above that.
Yeah. Shipyard, then Vampire.
I love that one. I love that zone.
They had a whole
number
biker 3
gang,
for me.
Man. It was so cool. I loved all the music that was
number
there.
2 for me is the Zodiac.
For me, I think that's...
And number 1 is the Jungle, because the Jungle just was cool looking.
I think number 3...
The reason why I put Zodiac as number 2 is because they were stunning. Their costume work and their makeup design, that section truly was a testament of the artists. Like that was a beautiful, like, not set pieces. The set pieces were not important. It was the makeup and the characters, and they were stunning. They were beautifully created.
Each Zodiac had its own special
you could literally be photographed with your Zodiac sign, because they had like a little glowing plate on the front and the back of them that had their little symbol on. So we both got our photos with our Zodiacs.
And they're super cute, super cool. Honestly, I want to put Jungle at the top because that's always my favorite area, but I think I'm going to put it as either second or third. I think for me, second and third is tied with the Zodiac and the Jungle.
So you just really like the vampire one?
I really do. You know me and vampires. I was a vampire last year.
True.
And I love that music.
I think the reason why I put the Jungle of Doom Expedition Horror at my number 1 is just because it's always the one section that gets the most decorative stuff applied to it.
There was too much fog in there for me. I feel like I was getting swallowed whole.
I feel like this time they maybe concentrated the fog too much.
It was a lot.
Like, I know that the tagline is "See you in the fog," but like
I couldn't see a thing in the fog.
There's a big difference when you like get a full-on blast of fog in the face.
And that happened a couple times.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
So,
we literally had to stop walking several times.
Yeah.
Or else we knew for a fact we would be bumping into somebody.
So it made me feel like I couldn't really see what was happening. I couldn't really admire what was going on.
We literally got a stream of fresh fog in the face.
Yeah.
So they maybe needed to pull, if they pulled the fog machines back farther and it started later, I feel like it would have been better.
For sure.
The vampire one was really fun. It had good music.
Yes, it really did. And I loved the little stage set design. All their clothes were so cute. I loved everybody on the stage. They're all like mingling, having fun.
Yeah.
And the fact that they actually like spoke to us.
They would speak to you. Yeah. The dude who walked up to you.
What did he do? I don't even remember.
I don't even know. He was hiding behind a frying pan.
Yeah.
Like an iron frying pan.
I don't even know.
I thought he went like...
He like giggled or something. He did something.
Yeah, he made like a little noise and it was
funny.
really kind of funny.
It was cute.
Yeah.
I loved all the vehicles that were there.
Yes. The
I just
set
wanted to
design
hop
and
in one
everything.
and just drive away.
Oh, and just because it's not a zone, but it was like where food was the Sting Alley for The
also
Last
that
of Us.
was right next to it, so I think that's also what kind of makes it at the top for me.
It was a cool little, like, it's just a little alley, but it was nicely designed for The Last of Us. So
I'm so sad they were out of the can.
Yeah,
but it's okay.
Also, I'm gonna take a pause here to be like, that night was a little harrowing for me, at least.
We can talk about it.
So we'll talk about it.
We can talk about our night. We can talk about how things went down.
Motherfucker, I swear.
Let me just say that I thought we were going to have to stop and go back to the hotel about halfway through.
I didn't want to do that.
I know you
would have felt
didn't.
so fucking guilty.
I know you would have. And
it would have made me feel so effing bad. And I was like, there would have been no way. I would have rather had something else happen than not.
I mean, I really appreciate you toughing it out and sticking it out for us.
Yeah.
Because, man.
Yeah, we'll get to that, and we'll talk about it. Because it was a little booty sauce on my end, and which kind of sucked because I felt like I dampened the mood a little.
No, not at all. For me personally,
I dampened the mood for myself, and that made me angry.
For me, I just felt bad because I know I could see that you were struggling internally with that, and I was like, I really don't know how to help here
because
I did my best.
I've literally been I've been looking forward to the day since we fucking got the tickets. I've been excited like every day.
8 months almost.
Yeah, I've been so excited for this event and just for the series of I literally was the series of unfortunate events. Yeah. All in one night. It was fucking wild. But yeah. We did not get to eat a whole lot. You'll understand why later. Yeah. But of the stuff that we had, it was pretty good. I would say the only weird thing, you didn't like 2 of the drinks that we had very much.
Okay, I liked the first one. It just kept getting worse as I kept going. Like the first one I liked.
Because the one had cucumber in it. So
I liked it, but at the same time, like I didn't think I could have a lot of it because it was so pickly, and I was like, drinks should not be salty, in my personal opinion.
And you also just didn't like the last one because I don't think you liked that specific brand of tequila.
I don't know what it was about that one, but it just didn't.
I thought it was very good, but it's also it may just be the mixture of stuff did not suit your tastes. Yeah. But our Electric Death was perfect.
Yes.
That was I will always, that's why it's always one of the first things I get. That's the drink. I feel like there was a lot more experimental drinks that we tried that night. Holy shit.
Last night.
Yesterday. But yeah, I would definitely say that I wish we could have tried more. I wish I could have tried more.
Yeah.
But you'll find out why we didn't later.
Yeah.
And also same with food.
I mean, what we had was good.
What we had was very good. So, of the food
we did make a small little drunken detour to a place that's always there, which is the Bumblebee tacos. Yeah. We had Bumblebee tacos.
Because I was like... Because the tacos smelled so fucking good.
I was a little tipsy and they smelled amazing. And that's what I wanted. Yeah. So that's what I got.
Literally all the food, the only food that we ate was a twisted tater. The infected tater from the Last of Us booth.
Which I dropped it.
You dropped yours.
I dropped it.
Yeah, you can't hold your drink and also try and eat the food, girl. You gotta one hand. You can't do one-handing.
We were sitting down and it was in my lap and I thought it was stable there. Clearly not.
No.
And I'd barely eaten any of it and it just fell to the ground. However, I don't know if I could have eaten all of it because it was very salty.
It was very salty. Like I ended up sharing like the other half of mine with her. But yeah,
it was very nice.
It was very salty. It was very good though. It was like I liked the stuff that was on it. If it was a little less salty, it would probably be perfect.
Yeah.
Just like a little less salty. And then the next thing we did, what the fuck else did we eat?
We did twisted tater, then we did tacos, then we did s'mores fries.
Yes, we did s'mores fries. S'mores fries are classic. You can't go wrong with s'mores fries.
We have dubbed that the 3 things
that you have to have at a Halloween Horror Nights is Mel's Dyin'.
Yeah, Mel's Dyin'. If you don't see that, it's not HHN.
Yeah.
Like, that's what makes HHN. That's the nostalgia for me.
Exactly. And then Twisted tater.
Twisted tater.
You have to have twisted tater.
Yes. And then s'mores fries.
S'mores fries.
Or just pizza fries in
Yeah,
general.
basically the fries. You
Yes.
have to have them
You gotta
without
have them.
question. I'm so mad because I wish I could have tried more things.
Yeah.
Because I've got such a good list of stuff that I want to try.
I feel bad because then when we went to Sting Alley, you were like, I'm not eating anymore. And then I still had the
Raviolis.
The ravioli.
How were the raviolis, though?
They were really good. I wish they were hot. They were just kind of lukewarm.
Gotcha.
And you know me, I like my food scalding.
Yeah, yeah. I'm really sad because I really wanted to try that one fucking stew that was there.
Next time.
And the coffee drink that was there. My soul. Ugh.
To me, it sounds like alcohol and coffee don't mix.
You'd be surprised.
So how?
You'd be surprised.
I mean, I'm new to this, so.
Yeah, you are new to this.
By the way, guys, I'm 21 now.
Like, yeah, officials. Because we went to Volcano Bay on Friday.
We did.
Before we checked in, there was when Lily got her first drink out there. We both like took a sip of our drinks and then we're like, you want to try? And we were actually able to swap drinks. And I like started laughing because I was like, oh, we can legally trade drinks now.
Yeah, in public, in the open.
And no one's gonna question it.
It's not me just sitting there like taking a small sip of
something just to try it.
Yeah.
And trying to like hide it and squirrel
Not that
it.
anyone really questioned it. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know.
But it was still funny that we just like were like, you want to try? And just handed it and tossed it to each other. It was real good.
I don't look underage, but obviously I'm still young enough to where people are going to be like,
yeah,
ID, please.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Before we get to the houses, because that's going to be like the bulk of all of this, the show was so fucking
Amaze balls.
It was amazing. It was a great like addition. It felt like part 2.
Yeah.
It felt like, the last couple of years it's been the main character's been a man and he's, trying to escape the nightmare.
Yeah.
And he ends up like submitting to the queen of nightmares. And so that's been like the last 2 years with like slight additions and changes.
Yeah, because the year before that it wasn't like that really. It was just like a whole bunch of different acts that they had, and it was just really cool, like the aerial stuff, and then the guy that can like bend his body, and then they had a guy who like did something with a ball.
These are very story based. These are like they made a story and played out.
And it was so sexy.
Oh my god, we had the best thing ever happen to us.
Yes, I think if you've been to HHN and you've seen Nightmare Fuel, you all know, I'm pretty sure his name is Devin.
Devin.
Yeah. He's the really blonde, long-haired guy.
Who has like the pink tips.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so beautiful.
Tell him what happened. Tell him.
So,
go ahead.
So the show focuses, the main character is actually a woman this time.
Yes.
And so there's a lot of beautiful men and beautiful women out there dancing and doing their thing.
Ooh.
And there's always a section during the show when they come down to the audience and then like come up the stairs. And this is when we had the most wonderful thing. Thank God I was sitting on the edge because, our lovely Devin.
I could be wrong.
I don't know.
About his name.
Like he's blonde with like pink tips on the bottom, I believe they're pink.
And if you know,
he's so pretty.
You
know who he is. If you've seen the show, you know exactly who we're talking about.
Yes.
All of a sudden, he comes to where our stairs are and then starts crawling up the stairs.
Like really sexy like.
Real sexy like. And he gets to literally right the fuck next to me.
Kind of like right in front of you.
Like really like right there. And
because you're on the aisle seat.
Yeah. And then he's over there dancing and fucking hip thrusting and rolling and grooving. And I was like, God damn, this man is beautiful. Like literally, I was laughing because I could literally, when he's whipped his head around with his hair, I could literally feel the wind that he created.
Yes.
I was like, God damn, you are a beautiful human being.
I knew that you were enjoying every second of that.
Oh, God.
Because every time we've gone, it's like that guy right there.
Hell yeah, every time. Because it's also like every one of those actors really truly feel like they are super enjoying what they're doing.
Yeah.
There's not like a single one of them that feels like they're not putting in the same level of effort.
Yeah.
They're all excited and happy to be there to do, like, they all feel like it.
Facts. Like, and that's crazy because they do 4 shows a night almost every night.
Yes.
I mean, granted, it is only like a 20-minute show, but like that's still a lot on your body.
Yeah.
Like the way they're flipping around and dancing like crazy, like 100%.
Yeah,
all
100%.
They're all
They're all
100%.
putting in so much effort, and I really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I just love the fact that when we finally got the Nightmare Queen who came out, I remember us looking over while she's on the one little stage, and she just grabs her booty cheek and just like jiggles it at people, and I'm like, you know what? Hell yeah.
Yep. Oh my goodness. Don't even get me started on the Fire Girls.
Oh, the Fire Girls
them.
are always effing beautiful.
I want all of them.
For real. They're just beautiful. They're beautiful human beings. For real.
Yeah.
And their ability, their technique with the fire stuff is really fucking cool.
Yeah.
They're just so fucking talented.
I love that
for real.
when they came out as like the witches with like their long fingers, and it's like
yes.
the creaking
and
the
like
music
with the hats and stuff, and they just like it was so
cloaks.
good. It was so good.
Mm-hmm. I especially like the part when they took it off.
Yeah.
What?
So also minor spoilers for how it ends.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to hear it, skip ahead a bit.
I like how you went into the voice when you said that.
Yeah. So the end of the show, because it's always a confrontation at the end where like you see the main character get killed or whatever the heck.
So to preface, when it started, she was like telling us about her nightmares, obviously, but then she was like, but this time I'm fighting back. And then like we went into it, and it was really effing cool. Yeah. Also, I love it when people are so confused as to how they do the bed thing, but it's so obvious.
Yeah, it's still really good though.
It's still good really every time. Good. Like,
and we're also so used to like a dude being there and then like a woman popping out. This time it was like the girl, and then a massive man just appeared out from underneath it.
He had the most Ken-ergy I've ever seen in my life. I'm so sick. It was Barbie and Ken.
For real.
Nightmare
for real.
King and Queen. For real. Like, that's what it was.
For real. But yeah, so essentially towards the end of the show, usually what happens is after they die, quote, quote, die, the bed appears again from the beginning of the show. And it's supposed to be that the person is underneath the blanket and they pull it and stuff. Mm-hmm. But this time she wasn't there.
Yeah.
And she was actually on the stairs by us.
After they had like
everything.
After
they fucking set her on fire.
Blew her up.
After they blew her up.
They were trying everything to kill her.
They were trying everything. And she came down and she was like, the Nightmare Queen was like, you'll have to submit and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, I don't want to submit. I'm going to become the nightmare. Yeah. And she fucking stabs the Nightmare Queen. And fucking becomes the Nightmare Queen.
And then she rips off her jumper and she's in this, like,
rip off
sexy
the jumper.
outfit.
Dude.
I'm like, what?
Do you want to know what? I think that is the greatest effing addition, because here's the truth. When it was the guy, it just felt weird that he was dancing so sexily in his pajamas. It just felt real fucking weird. Like, they should have ripped his clothes off, and it should have been like designed, and he had like the tighter like leather pants or whatever the fuck underneath them. Mm-hmm. I think that the fact that they made her clothes tearaway and like she had the sexy outfit underneath was perfect.
Because it doesn't even look like her clothes were tearaway.
It doesn't. Like,
so it's added to the shock.
And honestly, it might not have been tearaway in the beginning, and then for that scene, they became tearaway.
Probably.
Because honestly, like I said, it felt more legit. It felt like she was actually becoming part of the nightmare in that moment.
I'm sorry, but the way the Nightmare Queen, like in the audio, says nightmare, it's so funny. I'm sorry, I giggled. She goes, nightmare. I'm like, girl, what? Say no. Be normal. That was weird. That was funny. I don't know. That just stuck in my brain. So,
but yeah, it was a really, really good show.
It really was.
And it was so funny because at the beginning, when we were just sitting and waiting, I was noticing that all of the music was sung by women or like was about women.
It had good music, except for the Sam Smith one, you know.
That was a good moment.
That was a good moment.
I noticed that the music was different, and that's when I realized, you know, once they revealed that it was a female who was our main character, I was like, oh, okay, because that's the woman. So for the men's show, he had male singers all at the beginning of his, and for her, she had female singers, so it was really interesting, and there was more women musicians, like music being played, so it was pretty cool. All right, you ready for the effing main event?
Yeah.
Of our houses?
Are we gonna start with bottom tier?
Hell yeah, we're starting with the bottom one.
You're gonna. This is good.
I think you're also gonna be shocked with what I put at the bottom.
Okay.
We're gonna be ranking them. We ranked them in our first episode just based on like what we thought we would like, and
so
then
now
we're proceeded to do the post version of it.
So this is after we've gone to the event, and now we know we've seen all the houses, and some things might
be
change
changed
a little.
Yeah.
Or a lot.
Or a lot.
You never know.
Yeah. All right. So number 10 for the both of us.
Okay.
So
who go first?
you want me to go first? You go first?
I want you to go first.
Okay. So for the number 10 slot, I put The Darkest Deal.
Okay.
Mainly,
I'm a little hurt, but
I
that's
know.
okay.
Honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. I was so fucking distracted by the smell that I could not focus on the house itself. It was way too fucking strong.
I don't know what
it
smell
smelled
you're talking about.
like dirt.
I liked the smell.
It smelled like dirt. It was too strong. If it was just less strong, I was so distracted by it that I could not focus on the house itself. And that was really sad because it's why if we go again, I want to go into that house again because it was distracting for me. Mm-hmm. It was really distracting. It was a really potent smell of like swampy dirt. And I know that like for you were fine and you liked the smell.
Yeah. I thought it was really, I wouldn't say it was like dirt like. I feel like personally, I want that smell in a candle. I liked it. I was like, ooh, yummy.
Ew. Damn. I don't know. You're a swamp witch, apparently.
Well.
Because I cannot. No, that shit was too potent.
I was born in the Bayou, Gainesville, Florida.
So, yeah.
With
it was
the Gators.
Just too effing strong for me, personally.
What's
your number 10?
That's fine. My number 10?
Yeah. Ooh.
Dr. Oddfellow.
I'm not shocked. Okay. I'm not shocked.
Dr. Oddfellow is on the bottom for me. It's on the bottom. Personally, I don't remember a lot about it. I think that has to do a lot with it. I think it's also at the bottom because so many people hyped it up and it just did not meet the standards.
Yes.
Like there weren't.
Yeah.
I think people were scared about it because it was like, oh, circus clowns. Okay.
But there wasn't
really any of that.
Like a little bit, but not really.
There's only like a couple moments that I really remember in that house. And that's like when we first entered.
Yeah.
And then like this one area where they had like a show area where like if you were sitting in a circus and like the booth like where you're sitting in the stands or whatever.
So just to kind of let you know, my number 9 is Dr. Oddfellows.
Okay.
So my number 9 is Oddfellows because I wish that there was more of the darkness behind the scenes of his story because we do have a little bit of the lore, and I wish that there was a little bit more, and I also wish there was a little bit more Jack.
Yeah, I wish Jack was in it more. I wish that it felt more circusy because it didn't really. I mean, it did. I remember there being like a lion or something.
Yes,
or
the
like
lion thing scared the shit out of me.
Or like
there was a lion and a minotaur.
Ah, okay.
So the lion came at us.
Yeah,
and the minotaur.
Yeah.
But
I feel like if you're gonna
I knew that there was like a couple
theme,
clowns, but like my brain just couldn't like the only thing I remember is the lion.
Yeah.
And the couple scenes of Oddfellow.
Right.
Himself. But I feel like it doesn't feel origin enough. Like I want to know where he got his cane.
Yeah.
I want that fucking origin. I want like, how did Oddfellow become Oddfellow? I would rather it start with him.
It's a twisted origins house. So why isn't all of the stuff that you also had in the like even the scare zones coming back and like talking about how that affected
like I'm talking for
his
me
immortality.
I'm talking about like he was growing up as an adult and then decided he got into the occult, found the cane, decided to start a circus, like whatever his reasons for why he started the circus. And maybe at the end of it is when, you know, he has Jack killed or whatever the fuck. Like I would love to see that level of origin.
But all it was just walking through a circus.
Yeah.
That was it.
It was a little lackluster.
It was underwhelming for me.
Yeah.
So
So what was your number 9?
Universal Monsters.
So that's my number 8.
8, yeah, yeah.
So it's so heartbreaking because it's the unmasked house.
Yes, and like we want it to be good because that's literally the name of our podcast.
It was interesting. Here's what I will say.
Podcast.
It was interesting, but I feel
yeah, for sure, it had its moments that were good.
I feel like there was an element of it that I wish was just like a notch higher.
And I think because was it last year?
Yeah, last year had the Wolfman, Dracula, and Mummy, and that was so fucking good.
So good, and I wish they honestly had just redid that because like it was just so epic and like because
they could have kept it with the Paris theme and everything, but had them it instead. So the way the house set up is essentially each character got their section. So you would hear a newspaper boy talking about like extra, here's this horrific thing about this specific character. Monster. So you'd get, we had Phantom and all of those different characters had their different. So every time you heard the newspaper boy, that was a new story with a new character. And it just, I feel like it would have been so cool if they actually interacted with one another more. Mm-hmm. And I feel like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, that section wasn't really clarified that it was like really that, because it just started with Hyde and it just felt like a monster. It didn't, there was no like Jekyll to Hyde. Mm-hmm. There was no Dr. Jekyll to Hyde. There was just Hyde. And then at the end we saw like on a screen, there was like a transformation and then Dr. Jekyll pops out and is like blood and it's not my fault.
And I'm remembering it as like, for me, it felt like most of the house was Phantom, and then for each other monster, it was like just a couple rooms.
Yeah. I mean, even Hunchback didn't feel like anything. Literally for Hunchback, the only thing I remember Hunchback was him coming at all was
from the ceiling.
Him above, like connected with the bells, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it definitely could have been just that inch higher if it was just elevated just a little bit more, where they were interacting with each other, like all the characters were like fighting each other or something for dominance of Paris.
Mm-hmm. But for this, it was just you get a behind the scenes of what,
like each of their stories,
or like how they're killing people or whatever. So honestly, yawn.
So
sad.
It was really
though.
Unfortunate that it was that. So what's your number 8? What?
Darkest Steel.
Yo, girl, you're over here like, I love that house. 8.
I did, but at the same time, I have reasons why other ones are higher.
Same.
And
I have reasons why
I do love Darkest Steel, and if I did it again and like really got to look at it and experience it a little more, maybe I would put it a little higher. But you know me, I love the bluesy type thing, and that whole story about selling your soul to like for the fame or whatever. Like it reminds me of like this one story that we had to read and like
it's like a crossroads.
Crossroads. And I just thought that it was cool seeing that come to life.
Oh yeah. And like I really like, that's why I said if we go again, I really want to go back through that house just to like, I will ignore the smell for the best of my ability so that I can actually just see the house.
Put like some Tiger Balm on your nose or something.
Like I just want to focus on the house to really experience it, because I think for me, I got really distracted by the smell and did not pay attention. I was so focused on it that I was not paying attention to the house.
I really liked how you see him, like, he's just a regular guy.
Yeah, regular dude.
Like, singing, and then you go... I remember a lot of this house, and then you just go and you see how he left his family for the devil, and, like, his family's, like, destroyed without him.
Yeah.
And all these swamp demon creatures.
Yeah.
And then you see the devil actually take his soul, and the devil here, like the demon,
was really cool.
I
like that I remember the design of the devil, and I thought that was a really cool way to design the creature. Like they didn't go classic devil, they went, it felt kind of like have you seen Pan's Labyrinth? It felt kind of Pan's like the ram a little bit. It felt like that, and that was really, I liked that a lot.
It was really cool, and I like how you go into hell and like
and it was cool being able to see him like the glowing chest plate for when he was taking the soul. Like that was cool.
Like I really do like this house. There are just other reasons why other houses are higher.
Same, yeah.
So
my number 7 was Chucky Ultimate Kill Count.
Me too.
Same.
Me too.
I'm shocked because both of us had this at the bottom of our fucking list.
So the fact that it's even number 6
or 7.
Crazy.
Wait, yours is number 6?
Because it goes 10, 9, 8, 7. Oh, 7.
We both have 7 as Chucky.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good.
I actually enjoyed it, which is surprising.
Yeah.
I really thought it was going to be cheesy and weird.
Yeah.
Especially with like the mascot thing that they had going on.
Yes, that was so funny.
That was so
that
dumb.
threw me off until
did.
real Chucky showed up and fucking murdered the mascot character.
Ganked his ass.
He ganked him so hard.
Yeah, but I thought that they were very creative with how they like put all the effects together.
Exactly.
And like it was gory, but I kind of liked it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really gory.
And like I could tell that obviously like the Chucky was puppet people, like
yeah.
But
they were good.
They were good. I got a lot of scares in that house.
Yeah.
So,
and it was interesting because it was like 2 parts. So we got the first part, which was supposed to be kind of like, I think the first part is literally supposed to be a Chucky themed haunted house.
Yeah.
That Chucky took over because of his frustration and anger that no one was dying.
Yeah.
And then because there was quote quote scare actors who were being killed and stuff like that by Chucky.
I'm a little confused about the whole Christmas section that they had. Like there was a Christmas tree and then this person like sawed in half a little. I was like, what?
That might be show related. Because I know that part of this is because of the show.
I've only seen half of the movies.
So, same.
So, I haven't seen any of the newer ones. But
well, no, because the shows is like a whole new thing in connection with this house coming out too. Mm-hmm. But, yeah. So, the second half, you kind of step outside and you think that the house is done. And then you keep walking and you're like, oh shit, it's not over. Yeah. Because you kind of go back into like a factory, like also a factory kind of setting where there's a bunch of stuff.
That break was a little off-putting to me because you think you're done and then more shit.
Yeah. And it's like you saw like the mascot head sitting outside with like a knife in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you get more jump scares with Chucky and everything like that. Like it was pretty good. It was pretty nicely designed.
Yeah.
So my number 6 is The Last of Us. That's my number 6.
Boo.
It's my number 6.
I understand why you would say that.
Because it was not scary.
No.
It was not scary at all.
No, it wasn't.
It was story related.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. Like visually it was beautiful. Mm-hmm. And I enjoyed the ambiance of it.
Okay, for me personally though, I did get a few scares at the beginning, like, and then like one at the end. So, but I wasn't the one in front, so I see why you wouldn't.
No, you were the one in front.
I was the one in front.
Yeah, because you were so excited about it.
So I see why you weren't getting the scares.
I would have still gotten scared no matter what, girl. Whether I was in front or not.
Well, I was getting some scares. So,
but yeah, my number 6 is The Last of Us. It's nothing against like the show and the game. I love the game and everything like that. I love the storyline. It just felt like it was more of a story heavy house than a scare heavy house. And I knew that coming into it. Mm-hmm. I had a very strong feeling that the house was going to be not as scary comparatively to the being the story focus, because at the very beginning it was all just like humans who were all fighting each other because it was a grocery store.
Yeah.
And then later you started getting more of the clickers and stuff like that. But
that's because that's what Last of Us is about. Like, it's people fighting people for resources because of all these things that are happening.
And I feel also like they could have done a little bit more with the bloater that was there instead of him just being behind like a caged gate.
Yeah.
I feel like it could have been a little more at you.
He was at me.
I know he was at you. I know he at you.
He was at me. It was scary. It scared me.
But yeah, it was still a beautiful house itself. Like the set design and everything was really good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I liked how Joel was up top. I didn't notice him until you said
and then
it.
Ellie was there earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So who's your number 6?
Yeti.
Oh.
Campground Kills.
That's my number 5.
Okay.
It was pretty. It was interesting.
Visually, I really enjoyed it. And
I got some good scares.
Yeah, there were some good
fucking
scares.
Yetis.
Mm-hmm.
So
the
that was
bear
pretty good.
got you so good.
Because I saw the dude in front of me being like, no, no, no. And I was like, I know he's going to come at me. I know he's going to come. Dude fucker like leaned at me.
Yep.
If I reached out, I would have touched him.
Yep.
He was so close to me. For real.
Yeah, but I really like that one. That was crazy that I guess the baby Yeti, I guess the people killed it or something.
Yes.
And that's why all the Yetis were coming after
That's
them.
my assumption too.
Yeah.
Is that because the only thing we saw was like a dead Yeti kid.
Yeah.
And it was interesting, and I'm assuming, yeah, like that's probably the reason why they attacked everyone.
So it's pretty cool.
And the poor retirement party.
The retirement party was so funny. I love that detail. It was happy retirement, and then it said 32 years.
Yeah.
Which was cool. That was funny.
Yeah.
A little nod to how it was or how long it's been going. So, yeah, I really enjoyed that. I really liked how you like walked on top of like a wraparound porch, and there was like a lake and like trees.
Yo, that was really cool.
And then you look a little further, and there's a dead body.
There's a body just floating in the water.
Yeah, I really liked that. It was really cool.
It was a great. I don't know if it was optical or whatever, but it was like it felt like it was a larger space than it was.
Yeah,
that was really cool.
It was. So yeah, I mean it's not closer to the top for me just because nothing will top 2019's Yeti for me when
it's my number 5 slot. So yeah,
literally had like 3 Yetis in a row come at me from all different directions. Yeah, and that was crazy.
Yeah. But hey, it still did have like the hand from above.
Yes.
So you still got the interaction from above.
Which I didn't think they were gonna do that because lately they really haven't been doing that. And the first time I got scared from above, I dropped to the floor like a couple years ago. It was crazy, and I think it was in the pumpkin house. No.
Oh, maybe.
No. It was in that same area, but it was the something about a boat or like sea people. And like somebody like reached down and really got me. I like literally fell on the floor.
Yes.
I was on the floor.
Yeah.
That's probably why they stopped doing that.
Maybe
to keep people
people moving. Yeah,
but I love it when they do that.
So what's your number 5? Since I said Yeti was my number 5.
Blood Moon.
Okay.
Blood Moon.
Okay.
Yeah, I really, really, really like Blood Moon.
Blood Moon was really good.
It was really cool. I loved how like the second you walk in, it's like a blood red moon, obviously, and like going through it,
and the cultists and stuff.
And I love the scene where like they're sitting on the benches.
Yo, and then in the church, and then they fucking jump at you.
That scared me. That got me.
And the fucking amalgamation creature body thing.
Yes,
at the
that they
fucking
created.
end.
I also love. There was like an illusion. I don't know if you saw it because you were in front of me, but there was like a wall. Where all the bodies were with like the pumpkins coming out, and then this guy came out, but you couldn't see that he was from behind there because it was like a mirror effect.
Yes,
and it was really cool.
Yes,
I really liked that house.
Yeah,
it was good.
Yeah, that was your number 5.
That's my number 5.
So my number 4 is the Dueling Dragons Choose Thy Fate.
Me too.
I thought it was a really beautiful house. We didn't get to do both sides. No. But we chose the ice dragon,
and they ganked Merlin.
Yeah, she fucking had his head, or I don't know. Here's the question. I don't think it was Merlin. I think she had the other dragon's head, because Merlin at the very beginning,
I looked it up. It's Merlin.
It is Merlin.
It's Merlin.
I felt like it was Merlin.
It was Blizzrock holding Merlin's head.
Okay.
Because he got the book.
Like it was Merlin.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I guess
she got the book.
It says they're warlocks. Both of them are warlocks.
Yeah, a woman can be a warlock.
I did not know that.
A woman can be a warlock.
Okay.
It's also
I guess
because
on the other side, Merlin comes out and like tells you good job on, saving the book.
Oh.
Or whatever.
Weird.
Yeah.
So we'll have to go over there and we'll have to do it again and go to that side.
I mean, unless the other side has.
Yeah, that's so weird. It just
depends. I don't know. But yeah, they killed Merlin.
They killed Merlin, man.
They got the book. We're all dead.
Powerful bitch.
Yeah. So I really, really liked that one.
It was really beautiful because I also love the fact that slowly over the course of it, so they started out human and slowly were transforming more and more.
Yeah.
As they got further down.
I love the little fairy forest.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
I loved how towards the end, like before you choose your fate.
Yeah.
Like they came out and then you look up and there's like
2 dragons.
Yes.
And
just the fact that it is double-sided. Like, you could go either way. That's so clever. And I love that so much.
Same.
So that's why it's number 4 for me.
Ooh,
like,
this is a really weird thing. Oh, fuck. I know that we want to do the fireside next time.
Yeah.
So I guess no matter what, we'll be able to know what happened on the other side. But it's like, what happens?
Unless they swap it.
What happens if we do the fireside and like the fire dude wins?
He's holding Merlin's head.
Do you want to go back through the house?
I mean,
again and
yes.
experience the other one?
Yeah.
Because fuck yeah.
For sure.
And we'll literally like exit and then just go straight back in.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was my number 4 spot.
Me too.
My number 3 was the Blood Moon Dark Offering, because I really liked that one.
Okay.
I thought the story and the detail of it was really nice.
It was really beautiful.
Yeah. It was a fun house. It felt dark. It felt like there was intent behind it.
Like the maypole where all the like the little kids in the cloaks, like the baby cultists. I was like, what is happening?
One of the dudes just like kept chasing me. When he came out of the one fucking side, I was like, dude, fucking back off, man.
Oh my God.
I was like, he just kept coming out and fucking getting all up in our ish. And I was like, God, shit. And I kept moving away.
Yeah.
So I got a good scare out of that one, too. So what's your number 3?
My number 3 is Exorcist.
Ooh.
Yeah, my number 3 is Exorcist.
Is my number 2. Is Exorcist.
It was scary as
fuck.
Yo,
that house was scary as fuck. For real.
Oh my God.
Like, for real.
I don't even know how to describe it, but the first scare we got was this demon guy.
Yes.
That just popped right out at us.
Whoever the fuck was the scare actor on the 30th was doing that house. Holy shit. You were on effing point. You popped out at just the most perfect timing to scare the absolute effing shit out of us.
That house was crazy. The forest scene was really cool.
Yeah.
Where like the very beginning where like you walk in and it's like another country.
And there's like this doll that's like moving on the table.
On the
like
table.
A thing.
I love the incense smell. That was really awesome. But it felt I described it when we went in as like a horror Studio Ghibli Spirited Away, like when they go into like the empty marketplace at the beginning.
Yes.
But like horror.
But I would love that. It makes me want to watch the movie just to figure out what the fuck is going on.
It's coming out this Friday.
I know.
Just saying.
I know.
Well, when this releases, it'll be out. But like, and then you keep going and there's like people in the wall.
Yes.
Like, really gross. Like,
there was a lot of like blood and like quite a bit of gore. Dude, the bitch was okay. It's obviously it's a focus on 2 girls. And what's nice is that they show you one house to the next. So like you get the first girl's kind of like her side story, and then you get the second girl's side story. And then you get them together. Yeah. And so it initially starts in like the real world of them. And this fucking girl.
It's the scene, I'm pretty sure it's in the trailer, where like they're tied up in chairs
and their
back
heartbeats
to back.
Related, like going together, and it's the drip drop shit. And
But this girl was like in the air.
Floating with like black goo shit spewing from her mouth like onto the ceiling.
Like it was a huge port. It looked like a black portal.
Yeah. And you got a good scare out of the girl that was sitting still.
The girl that was sitting like behind that one like really got me.
She got you. She just kept watching
She kept watching me because I looked at her and I went, no, thank you.
Yeah, you did.
And so she kept coming at me and I was like, you need to
stop. She like smiled at you as you were like leaving.
I was like, please stop. Please no. No.
That was really fucking good. That was so effing funny.
That house was scary.
So I'm assuming I know. So what's your number 2? Since I said The Exorcist Believer was
The Last of Us.
I had a feeling.
I'm biased though.
But you also had like a totally like it's not like
I had a different experience than you did. I think.
Did. Also, I feel like there's a big difference because my knowledge of The Last of Us is a lot longer. Like I experienced it when the game first came out.
Yeah, and for me, I had no idea about the game until
you
the
just
show
watched
came
the show.
out.
Yeah.
And don't call me a fake fan. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I love the show so much. I've seen it so many times. Don't get me wrong. I love video games.
Yeah.
However, I feel like for me playing video games, like horror video games, it's hard for me because I don't know, because I'm actually playing as a person who could get killed.
Yes. So there's a lot more fear
it's scary
involved in
for
that.
me to play horror video games.
Also, I would never play the actual game because I am not good at shooters.
That as well.
I'm not fucking good at shooters. I would never play the game.
And if I did, I would play it on easy. I don't care.
Like, for real.
I play it on easy. Also, I love, love, love Ashley Johnson.
Yeah.
And I want to be her when I'm older. I love her so much.
Yeah.
And just everybody in Critical Role who also... Every single person in Critical Role voiced somebody in that game.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I love that. I love that so much. I do have an appreciation for the game, even though I haven't played it. And I had no idea about it until...
And the thing is even though I haven't watched I've watched the game, haven't watched the show, and I know that I would still appreciate the show no matter what, just because I know the story. Like, I know what they're working off of. And the story in the game, when I first, like, it was experienced, I was like, holy shit. When all of the end stuff was going on, I was like, god damn.
Yeah. And for me, it was a little different because, like, the second we walked into that house, I was getting the scares. Like,
yeah. Well, yeah, because you wanted to go first.
I did.
I let you go first in the houses that you wanted to go first in.
Yes.
And then I assume both of us have the same fucking thing as number one, which was Stranger Things.
Oh my god.
That house
did
was
not
so
disappoint.
good.
It did not disappoint.
It did not
Okay,
disappoint.
just kidding. It did in one aspect, but we'll get to it.
So it had all of the, like, pretty much all of the scenes that I wanted. It started out at the trailer park with Eddie experiencing the Chrissy breaking apart scene,
and you could see her on the ceiling.
Yeah, you
was so gross.
Yeah, you could. And then Eddie jumped out.
Eddie jumped out, and he was
so
there,
good.
and it was just so awesome.
And then, like, even the Vecna makeup was, like, so good, and
it was really good.
we got the
Baby 11
scene of Baby 11, like,
shoving him into another dimension.
Hell yeah,
into the upside down.
It was
and she
so fucking good. We were so excited,
and she looked like the actor looked
really good, really good.
Oh goodness.
And then even which is going to be the scene that you're going to be more fussy about is I'm just happy that they played Puppet Master. It was post guitar scene.
Yeah.
So it was of Dustin and Eddie up there, like, defending themselves from all of the monsters.
And it was epic, obviously, but Eddie wasn't playing his guitar.
That's what we really wanted, was the guitar scene.
Why would you sell a cup of his guitar if he wasn't gonna have his effing guitar?
Yeah. We wanted the, like, just Eddie up there rocking
jamming out
to fucking
that's all I needed.
Puppet Master.
Because if you're gonna have him dying with the bats in the next room,
does he really
literally
need to
was
be
the next
fighting
them on top of the garage? No, he doesn't.
Like, definitely, I would say that, but it was still, like, a really dope scene to go through. It was still pretty cool.
I get it. It'd be hard for whoever is playing the guitar to pretend like you're playing that song. However, you could do it. You could learn it.
Yeah. Like, you could learn it.
You can learn it.
I don't think you understand how difficult Puppet Master is.
I do understand.
I don't like, but you could definitely pretend.
I don't care. You could pretend.
You could pretend.
I don't care if you suck at it. Like, I just wanted to see the guitar and you playing it. That's it.
Even if it was like, as they walked in, he put the guitar behind him, and then they started to fight. You know
exactly.
But we also got
the
end Max breaking apart and
that
the fissure.
Was crazy. That scene, when I first watched it, it did something to me. It made me
when she
feel
just started breaking apart.
Emotion.
Oh my god, I was so upset. I was like, no.
For me, what really got me was when Lucas was, like, holding her,
and he was, like, and Lucas, and I liked it because one of the scare actors was Lucas.
Yes,
who pops out.
Yeah, and he's like, Max, no. But then the asshole.
Yes, the asshole was like,
who got ripped apart. Actually, got ripped. Wait, what was his name? I'm such a fake fan.
He was a fucking one of the jocks.
Chrissy's ex.
Yeah, but he was there
because she died. That's it. That's the only reason.
And then his ass was melted,
like,
by
in
the
half.
fissure. Yeah, it was
from
really
from the hole in the ground. But the other thing was, we walked into a room and Steve got me.
Yes,
Steve got me good. I love Steve so much. He's one of my favorite characters.
Oh, we had the portal.
And the portal.
That was the portal. It was so cool.
To.
And then, because Dustin was
like standing there, and, like, you could see the rope between
and, like,
the
bed.
worlds.
It was so cool.
It was epic. I don't know how they did that.
But, dude, props to the builders and the creators of that fucking house. It was so good. And, like, the Vecna dimension where it was, like, had the bodies all in, like,
yes,
so good. It was such a beautiful
I mean, they kind of cheated us out of the max floating with Steve, Dustin, and Lucas at the graveyard.
Yeah, but we definitely got like some level of
got the silhouette of it, and they just did a really amazing job.
It was still a really beautiful house.
Yeah, and then Vecna floating at the end with Robin.
Yes, Robin
popping out of the corner,
flambe,
being like flambe. Yeah,
hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, and I know I'm backtracking to number 2, The Exorcist, but there was definitely a fucking part in that where we turned and there's just the 2 girls sitting in like a fucking pen.
Oh shit!
And I was like, that was not cool.
That was crazy.
But yeah, that's totally off topic, but it made me think about it for some reason.
It's on topic. We're talking about the houses.
But like, hell yeah, man. Oof. Yeah, I would definitely say that. Now that we've gone through them, The Exorcist 100% had the most scare factor to it.
For sure. Like going in, I could feel my skin crawl.
Yeah.
And like we weren't even in the house yet.
Yeah, I don't know. Already scared to go in.
And I don't know why.
And neither one of us wanted to go in first.
Yeah. I think it's just because I'd seen the trailer and I was like, no.
Yeah.
That's really okay. That's fine.
It was a lot. It was really intense.
Because The Last of Us and Stranger Things and Chucky don't scare me. They don't scare me. And obviously I don't know about any of the other ones. So the only one I've really seen about is Exorcist Believer.
Oh, yeah.
That actually freaked me out.
Yo.
So
that was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. The houses themselves, everything was like really beautifully done. Like regardless of the where we ranked them, all of the houses were beautiful. Like the way that they were built and everything.
Like rankings are just rankings. For me, I loved every single one. It's just the bottom 2.
Yeah. Wish that they could have been a little bit more.
A little more, been a little more creative. And
like just like the little last handful of them could have been just a little more.
So those were the only 2 that disappointed me. Every single other one I really actually enjoyed despite their ranking.
Yeah, exactly. So, all of them were beautiful. All of them were well made. You know, all the characters did their good.
Really special thing. Yeah.
So we definitely had a whole lot of fun.
Yeah.
And everything there, like, it was really good.
So now that we've ranked the houses,
now we can just talk about our fucking experience.
Our night.
Yep. So it started off pretty good.
It took us a couple hours to get ready because we went all out with our little outfit.
Yeah, we did,
which we got lots of compliments on.
Lots of compliments.
So sweet.
Yeah.
I loved everyone who said something. They were just always so nice about.
They loved our looks. So I was a very pumpkin theme look.
And for me, I was more like Spider Queen type.
Yeah.
So.
And we had a whole lot of fun. We met a lot of really great people.
Mm-hmm. I feel like this is the most interactions we've had with other people.
And it makes me just want to, like, next time, just, like, keep up with the, like, making them more exaggerated.
Yeah.
That first time. Like, when we go again, we've already got an idea for the next time we go, like, for this season. But next time we'll have, like, some pretty cool stuff. Like, I would like to do something. We'll have to workshop an idea for the next time. But, yeah.
Yeah. But it was really cool. But we got there. First, we're on the bus from the hotel.
Yeah.
And Amber looks at me, and she's like, I don't have my pass to get in.
Nope, I don't have my pass. I fucking forgot it because I forgot to put it in my bag. But thankfully, I had it on my phone.
Also, I think we probably could have gotten in using our key cards.
Yeah, same. I didn't think about it, but
so we would have been fine. But that's just a testament.
But thankfully, I had it on my phone.
Yeah. So easy fix.
I got in.
Fine.
It was all good.
We got there.
Got into the stay and scream.
I wanted to get a pen for my birthday, but
the fucking line was so long.
So I ended up not getting that until like midnight.
Yeah.
But hey, I got it. So.
But yeah, so we finally got into the stay and scream. Mm-hmm. The one by Louis' Italian restaurant and everything.
Yeah. For New York, which had Stranger Things,
Dueling Dragons,
and
The Exorcist. Yeah.
So.
And it was really good. We had a lot of fun. The start of the night was pretty good. And then
we got our drinks and we got our twisted taters, and then we went into the Stranger Things line. And I already told you I dropped my twisted tater.
Yes.
So that was a little tragic.
Yeah.
But then we did the Stranger Things house, and that was good. Really amazing. And then
slowly over the night, because unfortunately the material that my shoes were made of was, even though I attempted to break them in more, they were still very stiff. And so I started getting blisters on the back of my feet.
The worst blisters I think I've seen.
Yeah, I have really bad blisters on the back of my feet.
They look really bad.
So we had to stop at like first aid and get some Band-Aids.
Luckily, the first aid people were
really friendly.
Mm-hmm.
They had me do a turnaround because they were excited about my look.
Yeah.
But I put the Band-Aids on and made a mistake because I only put one on. And then my shoes proceeded to
should have stacked
shove
the
them
fuck
up.
out of them.
So I kept having to readjust them, and my feet were just in so much pain.
I felt so bad.
For so
I really
long.
didn't know what to do.
And then when we started getting our second drink.
Mm-hmm. That was after we did Chucky.
After we did Chucky. And that was when things started to go a little downhill. Not not exactly, but like a little bit, because I started feeling a little nauseous.
Yeah, we were just taking our time, like trying to drink and take it slow, because obviously we were gonna have like.
It was also really hot and humid.
How many hours? We had like 9 hours
almost
at the park.
Literally from 4 to 2.
So that's 10. That's 10 hours.
Yeah,
we were there for 10 hours, and we were only on the second drink of the night when you started feeling kind of
a little nosh.
I made the mistake of giving her some of my drink. Because I wasn't 100% a fan of the drink. I mean, I liked it, but only so much.
Yeah, she now learns that if she's not going to finish the drink, just to dump it. I'm just
going to dump it, unfortunately.
Instead of passing it to me.
It's just bad because I feel like it's a waste of like $13. You know what I mean?
But if you don't like it, you don't like it. There's not much you can do about it.
From now on, I'm just going to have you get the drink. I'm going to take a sip and taste it. And then if I like it, then I'll get it. And if I like it and I get it, you can have the sip that I sipped from yours.
And you need to take like a decent, like a couple sips, because you did do that with the last drink of the night and you thought you liked it and then you got it and didn't like it.
Because I sniffed it. I didn't want to like drink your drink without,
You can drink my fucking drink,
I don't know.
Weirdo.
They're expensive, okay?
A couple sips off of my drink is not going to fucking hurt me.
I know, true. Nothing I haven't done before.
I literally effing budgeted for them, so...
And with my discount, you're getting free money from me, so.
Yeah, true. So, but I was getting a little nosh for that second drink, but it got better and I was okay. Then,
after that drink, I was feeling kind of, ooh.
Yeah. But we got food later and it was okay, but my feet were still in a lot of pain. Mm-hmm. But I was trying to power through it. And then we got our tacos.
Started feeling a little better.
Yeah. Went to more houses.
Got our s'mores fries.
The s'mores fries and the third drink.
Yes.
And that was when shit kind of really hit the fan.
Yeah. I didn't really like that drink, so that's when I did give her more of that one.
Yeah. You gave me almost half.
Yeah. I was not a fan.
Yeah. And that was when I started feeling really sick. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, my body does not like to do the whole hurl feeling, because it'll just make me feel that way, but my body will not do it. It doesn't really enjoy it.
Because there are some people who they drink, they feel sick, they throw up, and then they're fine.
Yeah, if I could have thrown up for real, I would have probably felt fine. But unfortunately, my body would not allow it. Mm-hmm. But we went to some of the houses. That was when we were going into The Last of Us, when I started feeling really sick in that fucking line.
And before we got into The Last of Us, we went to pull out our Express.
No. That was Darkest Deal.
Was it?
Yes. So we went into The Last of Us.
Yes, you're right. We went to The Last of Us. That was fun.
Had our s'mores, then went to the show.
Yeah.
And then right after the show happened and we went over to Darkest Deal, I went to go open my phone to pull out my Express Pass. And I've been having this issue where my phone for the last 2 weeks has been shutting itself off and turning back on. We're getting new phones, so I'm not too worried about it right now. But in that moment last night, when I went to go pull open my phone, it froze and shut off right as we were trying to do Express.
Yeah.
And then it fucking wouldn't turn back on at all. It didn't even let me do the factory stuff. My battery wasn't dead. And I was panicking.
Yeah.
Because my mode of communication and everything was fucking gone, and I was so frustrated.
I didn't really know how to help, but I did the best I could.
I mean, you stopped me from breaking down into tears, so truly
good.
You did a service.
Yay. I was just here, just log in to the Universal app.
Yeah.
Using my phone, we'll get your Express Pass.
We'll screenshot it.
I'll have it.
Yeah.
So we don't have to keep logging back in and out. And if you need to text anybody, I've got everyone's number, obviously, if you want to take pictures.
And I'm a fucking photographer, and every time I wanted to take pictures, I was like, Gah!
I was just like, here, just take my phone. Maybe if we just get back to the hotel, you can plug it in and it'll turn back on.
Well, and later when I finally got my second set of fucking Band-Aids.
Yeah. We also got some cooling gel for your sunburn.
And some cooling gel for my sunburn.
From Volcano Bay.
And a tip that if you ever have a sunburn, I got the tip from the first aid people that what you have to do to make it so it's not hot, so it stops being as hot and starts to get better, take a as hot as you can stand it shower, because it brings the blood to the surface and releases the heat from it.
Which sounds so counterintuitive.
But it fucking worked for real.
That's good.
Like, it really worked. Like, my skin does not hurt as much anymore.
Does it look red still?
I would assume it probably still does, but
okay.
I haven't like looked at it.
As long as it doesn't hurt, that's really what matters.
But yeah, I finally put that on, and then it was revealed to me that I was missing one of my earrings.
Yeah, I saw it. I was like, wait, your earring is missing, and it was her Pumpkin Lord earrings.
It was one of my Pumpkin Lord earrings, which basically means that the only way I'm getting it back is at a exorbitant price on eBay or Amazon.
Yeah,
which is gonna suck, but I want it. Like, I'm not gonna risk not having both of them. I love those earrings.
Yeah.
And then
especially since you want a Pumpkin Lord tattoo.
Exactly.
So.
I want a Pumpkin Lord tattoo. So like fucking but finally I was like, I'm not gonna be stupid this time. I'm going to put 2 Band-Aids on. And that finally fucking worked.
I was sitting there like, get new shoes, use the discount.
Exactly.
We'll find a locker for your other shoes, and
I was also panicking because I couldn't look at my banking app because my phone was fucking dead, which means I couldn't keep track of my money.
But I was telling her, I was like, well, we'll just keep calculating everything that you pick up, and then once you buy it, we'll like subtract it and it'll be okay.
Yeah.
So.
But it was definitely one of those situations where I was like, you know, in semi-panic mode.
Yeah.
But we got through the rest of the night.
Mm-hmm. Finished all the houses.
Yep.
And then, from the highlight,
got our effing merch.
Yeah.
So much merch.
Together, I think we spent $700.
Probably.
Yeah.
Close to 8.
Yeah. It was a lot.
Yay for discounts.
Yeah.
But they didn't have my fucking jacket.
It would have been more had I not had the 35% off.
Facts.
A lot more.
But the Eddie jacket.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking pissed about that.
Yeah. Eddie jacket is no more. I don't know why they can't. I mean, the guy tried to explain it to us, but I'm sitting here like,
I think
that makes no sense to me.
So what he said was that because they were import, they wouldn't have been here in time. So
Is that what he said?
Yes. And so there's a chance that they might be getting some, and it might be in October that they'll get some, but they had to have a stand-in that was like local stand-in. And he called it the like Wish knockoff.
Yeah, the Wish knockoff. He said
it's for real. It is not. It is nowhere near the standard that I wanted, and I'm so fucking mad.
And he was like, but this jacket's $10 cheaper. I'm sitting there like, for $10 cheaper? No.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. You're telling me that jacket's $80?
Yeah, I would rather have the $90 dope-ass effing Eddie jacket.
Denim
like, for
/
fucking real.
Cotton.
And fucking along the hood had Stranger Things on it, and the fucking big-ass symbol on the back. Like,
it's really epic.
So effing disappointed that I did not get to get it. Like, so upset.
Hopefully it'll come back.
Hopefully. Fucking fingers effing crossed. But yeah, and then we fucking had to like, you know, will our souls to the bus.
That walk was the hardest walk
ever
I think I've ever had in my entire life.
And then when we finally got on the fucking bus,
we had to stand
with
all of our bags of merch.
Yep.
Heavy as fuck.
Yep.
Oh my god. We were just standing there like looking at each other, like Amber with irritation, me with like just pain in my eyeballs.
Every time it shifted. Oh,
just like knives in my body.
The fury of our souls was palpable. And we literally, when we finally got, she went to go get water. I went straight back to the hotel room. Literally, when I got on my floor, I took my effing shoes off and just walked to the hotel room.
Yeah.
And just started stripping off. Because the other problem that I was having is that I think I got a little bit of like the alcohol, like I think it splashed a little on my clothes or something. Because every time we were out there and I would like get a certain angle, like a waft of the smell of the alcohol was coming to me, and it would just like reactivate the nausea.
Which is awful.
And it really fucking sucked. But I was like, took off all my shit. Lily showed up, and then like we both looked like we had just come from a really intense night. And
Yeah.
I just like sat in the shower and just fucking ruminated on my soul.
Yeah. We really didn't care. We just like took all our clothes off, took our makeup off.
Yeah.
And I changed into some merch.
Yep.
And ripped the tag off my Stranger Things blanket.
Same. And fucking conked out hard.
Yeah. So, but I really do love all the merch that we got.
Oh yeah.
My favorite thing I think is the blanket.
My favorite thing is the fucking little boo bag.
Oh yeah, for sure. I know that's your favorite thing.
I'm so excited about it.
I definitely wanted to make sure that I was going to get things I was actually going to use.
Yes. Yes.
As much as I wanted the Eddie guitar cup, I don't think I would have been realistic.
Yeah.
No, because like the hole to put things in was
it's
like
so
really small and it looked hard to clean.
It's more decorative.
Yeah.
Than it is anything else. But like, yeah, the only thing, like I said, that I wish I would have gotten is the fucking jacket. But unfortunately, they didn't have it. So, but for the most part, I got everything else that I wanted, and I'm really happy with what I did get. So
got a lot of shit.
I got a lot of shit. I had 3 fucking bags worth of shit. So yeah.
I only had 2, but
yeah,
I got the jacket for this year. I got the Last of Us shirt.
Yeah, we got a lot of
little boo shirt.
A lot of good goodies.
Lots of good stuff.
Yes. And then we basically checked out. And then I proceeded to fucking leave my phone in the fucking hotel room.
I mean, not that you need it.
Not that I need it because it's a fucking brick of nothingness. But I had to go back and get it. So Lily took the car to the lobby while I ran back up to try to go get it. And we were on the 11th effing floor. And I had to find like some room service person, like one of the, where they make up the beds and shit. And thankfully the woman had already done our room, and I was like, excuse me. And as I was running down, she was like, did you forget your phone? I was like, yes. And she had already done our room and put my phone on the
which is
counter.
Crazy because you were only gone for like 5
They're fucking
minutes.
quick, man. They're fast. She had that shit done. And so I grabbed my phone.
Well, we also didn't leave much of a mess.
No, we didn't. Like,
it was just stuff in the garbage.
We cleaned a lot up.
Yeah.
We're pretty respectful when it comes to being in hotel spaces.
As you should be.
But yeah, it worked out also because I literally as I was walking back to the elevator, I just whispered at my phone. I'm like, you lucky piece of shit. You literally won't turn on, and yet I went through all this effort for you.
Yeah.
And then I got into the elevator. I shared the elevator with someone. I think that they had one of those like big wheelbarrow kind of things that's like for laundry and shit, I think. And I shared it with him. And then we proceeded to go to every fucking floor because everyone was checking out.
Yeah.
And everyone on every single floor. And
was crazy.
We had a couple people show up into the elevator. Like we only had it was me, the original dude, 2 girls and another guy, and that was it. And just like every effing floor, the door opens, we had to shut it. We open and shut. It was 11 floors of that.
That's crazy.
And so finally it was the first floor, and I fucking got out of there.
I drove towards the front and like parked up there. By the way, we went to Dockside.
Dockside, yeah.
At Universal.
It was very nice.
It was nice. It was cheap.
Yeah.
So we did that.
Bring a blanket. They do not have comforters.
Yeah. I like folded everything in half so that it was more warm. So yeah. But I went to go check out, and I saw that they had like a number that was like, "Are you checking out? Text this number." And then when I finally texted it, it took forever for people to respond.
And it was like 3 different people, right?
It was 3 different people, and I texted them at like 10:55, like 5 minutes before checkout, and then it took them like 5 minutes to respond to that, and I was sitting there like,
hello,
hi, am I gonna be fine? Like, is checkout, am I like, are you gonna say that I'm late checking out? Because I texted you guys like,
yeah, I'm like,
way before, and
we're
we
on
were out
I-4.
of the room by like 10:45.
We're on I-4 now, so hopefully we're not gonna get charged
at
for
this point.
anything.
We're like on I-4 driving away. So, but we were fine. They texted us. We got checked out, and that was that.
Yeah, and now
Chaotic
we sit here
weekend.
Recording.
Yes, we got here and we just
fucking passed back out, man.
Really tired.
Yeah. Still very tired.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you have school in the morning.
Shh. Don't remind me. 8 a.m. class.
Yeah.
That's in 10 hours. No.
girl. This is why I don't have classes on Mondays. 'Cause they fucking suck.
Well, I have no choice.
I know, you didn't have choice. All right.
Well,
I think
that was our
yeah.
HHN part 2.
Yeah, HHN part 2, my dudes.
It was chaotic, it was crazy.
But so much fun.
But so much fun.
So much fun.
Even though there were some bumps in the road.
Yes. But I'll be getting a new phone, so
Yay!
And for real, I want that flip phone.
That's so weird.
I want that flip phone so bad.
I'm sorry, I don't. It just defies
logic for you.
Yeah, and
because it doesn't
it
break.
hurts my brain.
It like stays folded and then it folds out like that, and it looks like
and
that.
like I feel like I need the brick. I can't have something that's like
but it would take up so much less space.
And then my pocket, like I would just be so confused all the time.
I'm so excited. Anyway,
yeah.
So just letting you know, because it is October now, our lineup of films are a little bit more,
spooky themed,
name wise, more close to Halloween style stuff.
Yeah.
But our next film is Would You Rather, and that's gonna be an interesting one for you guys to listen to.
Oh, for sure. It's definitely gonna be interesting to film.
It's gonna be very different than what you're thinking.
Yes.
So look forward to that,
because we've got some opinions.
So shoot us an email, rate us 5 stars, thumbs up, subscribe and all that kind of stuff. Follow us at Instagram and Twitter at Horror Unmasked. Listen to us on Spotify, iTunes at Horror Unmasked Podcast, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Horror Unmasked Podcast. Give us likes, comment. It helps with the algorithm and everything.
Share it with your people.
Yeah, share it with your people, my dude. Seriously.
Give it good ratings.
Share it.
Mm-hmm. If you like it, maybe someone else in your life also will.
Exactly. Spread it. Spread it around.
Spread the love. Spread the scares.
Yeah, spread the scares. And I think with that,
there's only one thing left to ask. Will you fear?
Or will you fear not?